Hi guys, it's Colette. Welcome back to my channel, and this is the weekly tarot card for the week commencing Monday the 11th of November 2019, and I know we're not meant to have our favourite cards, but this is mine. So it's the Six of Swords, and in Rorig deck you can see that we've got a kind of maze or labyrinth with two threads coming up to meet at the top and blast out in light and enlightenment and beauty. And it's just one of my favourite cards. Always the lovely blue of the Rodig deck. So, am I happier this week? Yeah, I'm happier with that card coming out. It's a beauty. What I'd like to say about it is, in the original like Rider-Waite tarot decks or whatever, it's seen as the card of emigration, and it's got three people in a boat rowing to a new island. And that in itself, you know, you would maybe hear people saying, oh, you'll travel over water or you'll emigrate or whatever. But Rorig brings out more of the intensity of what that journey would be for, and how it's going to affect you, and how for it to be the best journey possible, that you have to literally let go of the past and move forward. And because of that, it can be a card that also incorporates forgiveness. But basically it means that things should move on big style in the week ahead. I've never had this card out for me personally where it hasn't resonated, say, in a monthly or a yearly reading, where something major has happened, maybe a new job or a journey I never thought I would be going on, or a connection with someone that was part of my soul tribe, soul family. It's always been an intense card for me, so I tend to sort of say what the general thing is, but remember that there's a big, almost sort of fated thing going on here, and you just really have to find your way through the labyrinth. Take the knocks, move back a bit, move forward. You're nearly there, and for the world that can be a very good signal that we're now heading towards that better place, that horizon, that place of hope. We're like immigrants that are heading for some sort of promised land. Yeah, and it is as big a card as that. So we could actually see in the world changes, maybe in legislation for refugees, maybe world politicians, etc., stepping in to help in certain refugee situations, whether that's in the Mediterranean, where people are coming by boat and dying, whether it's in the USA at the border, whether it's in Syria. This card can indicate good forces coming forward to help these people get to where they're going. And again, it really covers things like the Dreamers in the States. It even can be really, really good for things like Scottish independence and Welsh independence, and places that are, you know, even the sense of Brexit could go ahead in this if there's enough people in England that want that to happen. It's about very much the fates allowing us to see that the end is in sight and we can move forward towards it, as long as we are not looking back. The way it's the point of the card as well. You have to look forward and not back. So this could bring good resolutions. It could bring final statements and a move to a new thing. I know that in the week ahead we've got open hearings for the sense of the Russia investigation in Ukraine in the States, and I think this is a pretty major card for that. And I can't see these hearings going any way but forward and bringing some sort of good resolution to be able to start again. And that might not just happen in the week ahead, but the start of it is the week ahead. Okay, so that's the kind of more rounded sort of world view, political view. With this card in general, what it means, you basically, if you're in job or career aspects, yes, it can bring a major change. It can allow you to realise that you can take that final step now. This could be the end of studies. It could be waiting on things to come through to allow you to complete studies, dissertations. It can really be an all-consuming kind of, I'm really getting there. I can see where I'm going now. Jobs may turn up that are further away than you would have considered. That could be miles, it could be continents. Think carefully about how you want to achieve your dreams, because sometimes we need to move away before we can even come back again if we want. It's just a card that has a lot of movement associated with it, a lot of positive movement, and a sense of hope. So in career, see what comes up and don't rule out things that you would have thought, no, too far away, or I don't know the language, or whatever. This card can bring so many odd things. I have so many funny stories on this card. It's unbelievable when it's turned up for me. Anyway, what does it mean for health? Well, health issues can really move forward in the week ahead. Sometimes we'll get good results with test results that we've been waiting on, and once they come through, either showing the all clear to go forward or things to be addressed so that we can go forward. Excuse me. So there's a technical and scientific basis to this card too. It could indicate someone getting a new therapy or a new medication. Some of them could be very new. Some of them you might have to travel to a specialist unit to get. But all in all, for health, this can be a very good card. I do associate the sort of labyrinths in it with the inner ear infections and blocked ears. So, but that's not so bad, is it? It's not the end of the world. So if you're going swimming this week, make sure that you've maybe got some little plugs in your ears, and if you're flying, make sure that you maybe have a decongestant before you go on, wee sprays, so that when you are high up, that you don't feel the pressure in your ears. For relationships, brilliant card. If you are looking for a partner, this can bring the soulmate to you. There's your wee thread, there's their wee thread, and basically they're coming together. So this is your week for that potential. So if you've got any pre-Christmas parties going on, if you've any gatherings, please go. And if you feel that you're drawn to go somewhere that you never thought would be possibly for you, but you feel drawn to it, go for it. Do it anyway, because that could be where you're meant to meet this person, The fates have to conspire to get people's paths to cross, for two hearts to collide. That's the level 42 song, by the way. I'm going to make that my song for the card. And for those of you in the USA that maybe don't know level 42, I've followed them since 1981, and this is a nice wee song. It's called I think it's Two Hearts Collide by Level 42, and I'm bringing that song out. I think I'll do a song every week, to be honest, but that's more for the love aspect of this card. So if you want to YouTube it or whatever, the card for the soulmates coming together with the influence of this card this week is Two Hearts Collide by Level 42. I'm sure Mark King, the lead guitarist and the most brilliant bass guitarist in the world ever, should owe me some money for the amount of promotion I do for them, but there we go. Anyway, right, okay, if you're in a long-term relationship, this is the time to move forward as a unit, including family. It can bring the potential for house moves, country moves, emigrations. It can take the family from where they thought they wanted to be to a new way forward, going for their dreams and leaving anything behind. Now, that also can indicate leaving out past, kind of emotionally leaving baggage behind. That's a really good part of this card, that it's emotionally leaving baggage behind. So, lovely card for emotions. finances. Yeah, it can bring the connections that help you make good financial choices, and that could be even a connection on the internet, because I kind of see this card as a lot of scientific or internet qualities to it. So it could be that you maybe find good advice, say on YouTube, about how to do your finances for Christmas, how to make crafts, etc. Or you meet a connection that would literally show you, by their way of dealing with things, how you could aspire to be better with money as well. So it's not a card that brings extra money. In fact, with all the sense of movement and moving forward, it can actually deplete finances, but that's okay because it's worth it for the longer term. Spiritually, it's a great one. I just love it. This can take someone from one plateau to the next plateau spiritually. It can bring connections to whatever they need to connect with. That could be a group, a soul tribe, their spirit guide, any elementals around them. It could bring out a sense of connection to a deity and that feeling of oneness, non-duality, etc. within yourself, and it can really help you connect to your higher self. So again, if you want to move forward spiritually this week, amazing card. Does it have negatives? Because it sounds like I'm saying all the positives here. There's a drag factor to it, which is very much about the progress with this card comes through not looking back the way. It comes through saying, this is where I'm going now, and I'm leaving my baggage. And sometimes that means that people, to move forward, have to declutter their lives, even declutter physically, getting rid of all the stuff that we collect, and some of that is letting go of memories. So the downside of this card is that the more you can look forward and not back the way, the quicker you will go to your where you're meant to be. And with the world as well, maybe the quicker people can say, right, okay, I'm not going to be too interested in the past. We've seen what's happened there. We're dealing with it, but we need to get moving forward for new forms of democracy or new forms of political balance, and that would be lovely. So if you like the way I read the tarot, my book Tarot Novice to Pro in one book is available on all Amazons and other places. And my memoirs, if you're looking for a good wee Christmas present, is on all Amazon territories in paperback and Kindle. They all are, in fact, apart from Love Lessons, which is a Kindle-only book. But have a wee look, and also look out for a fantastic giveaway that's coming in the next week or so that will run for 3-4 weeks, and then you'll get it before Christmas, but it'll not be the only one, because I'll be doing a few giveaways in the lead up to Christmas for you. So keep an eye, not only subscribe but hit the bell notification, and that way you'll not miss out on any of the giveaways. So I do like the Six of Swords, particularly in the Rorig deck, and I hope that you've enjoyed it too and will enjoy the week ahead. So many blessings now, and take care. Bye.